Coming up on UT 10 News in HD, University police train for the worst.
And some students are shedding their locks for love.
Plus, Colby Cratch has highlights from the men and women of summer. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stephanie Spencer.
And I'm Heather Klatt. Two off-campus robberies that occurred last week still remain unsolved. The first crime took place Wednesday morning at Subway on Secor. Later that afternoon, Cocoa Beach Tanning Salon on Dorr Street was also hit.
Despite these robberies, the university remained open. However, students did receive text message alerts warning them to steer clear of the area. Reporter Kiera Harris is live in the newsroom with more information. Kiera, what can you tell us?
Well, Steph, according to Toledo police at Subway, the suspect was armed with a shotgun but fled without money. The next incident occurred hours later. However, the perpetrator was unarmed and did obtain an undisclosed amount of money. Police officers have not stated if the same person is suspected. I also spoke with Chief Jeff Newton of UTPD on why the university remained open. He stated that locking down the campus would take hours and their goal is to get the information to the public so they can make informed decisions about their safety. Newton also added that a robbery suspect does not have the same MO as a school shooter, so locking down the university was not necessary. He strongly suggests that students log onto their MyUT portals and update their alert statuses. Live from the UT 10 newsroom, I'm Kiera Harris.
Thanks, Kiera. And speaking of school shootings, police officers are now learning new ways to respond to them. Jason Ozenbaugh was at the Old Veterans Affair building for the active shooter training.
Last week, the University of Toledo Police Department held a week-long training seminar to better prepare officers in the event of an active shooter. The training is known as RAIDER, Rapid Deployment, Awareness, Intervention, Decisiveness, EMS, and Recovery. Over 30 officers learned new techniques on entering a dangerous building alone and how to handle a shooter situation.
We can't wait on the outside for officers to assemble.
Seconds matter when there's an active killer in a building on your campus, and we need to get in and neutralize the threat as quickly as possible.
Once the training has been completed, officers will be certified to teach the solo engagement back at their departments to not only better protect us here in Toledo, but everywhere. I'm Jason Ozenbaugh for UT 10 News.
The United States has 2.2 million people in prisons or jails. UT held Prison Awareness Week to inform the community about this rising number. Last week in the Student Union, Toledoans for Prison Awareness held a series of presentations and discussions. Topics included drug and civil right policies, women and family behind bars, and the Inside Out program, which helps UT professors and students meet inmates.
Most of the people are just not aware at all that this is something that affects everybody. Nearly 1 in 107 people in the United States today has served in prison or in jail.
Prison Awareness Week ended Saturday with UT students taking a trip to the Toledo Correctional Institute. Earning a degree in the arts takes hands-on training. UT's Theater and Film Department is taking that to the next level. Stage Combat gives students basic training in choreographed fight scenes for stage or screen. 9 students are learning how to safely fight with and without weapons. Instructor Kari Marshall says it's all about body awareness.
When you have somebody swinging 9 pounds of steel at your head, you have to be very specific about where you are. And that sort of immediacy and specificity is required on stage. That's what makes good performances great.
The students are choreographing their own fight scene for their final exam. Anyone is welcome to watch. For details, visit ut10news.com. Spectrum showcased diversity by welcoming Thomas Beatty, or the pregnant man, to campus. Beatty lived 24 years as a woman and legally became a man in 2002. He is now a motivational speaker who talks about his life as a transgendered married father of 3. Beatty says his goal is to inform as many people as he can about diverse lifestyles.
Increasing openness and awareness is really important so that people have a greater understanding for themselves in the world we live in.
Beatty is currently trying to have a 4th child, which will be carried by his girlfriend.
UT students got a second chance at prom by gathering for the 5th annual Diversity Ball on Wednesday. Spectrum, WXUT, Student Government, and the Ballroom Dance Society sponsored the event. Students enjoyed presentations, a silent auction, dinner, and dancing in the Ingman Room.
In high school, I never really got to be myself. You can't really just go out to a public area and be yourself. You get looks, but here I can be myself.
Over $300 was raised from the silent auction, which will help fund next year's Diversity Ball. 200 local high school students played their own version of the board game Life. On Wednesday at the Student Union, students were given financial situations such as paying for daycare and car insurance. Finances 101 is a game created by State Treasurer Josh Mandel that teaches teenagers how to handle money.
Most students don't understand or know very much about finances, so we like to use today as kind of a crash course, getting them here and teaching them the basics.
If you want more information on money management, visit our website ut10news.com. UT football players are tackling cancer head-on. Zach Karen, Josh Hendershot, Greg Mance, Rob Lazowski, and Vince Penza all cut off their long hair. The guys are donating their chopped hair totaling 57 inches to Locks of Love to support their teammate's fiancée, Ashley Barrett. Individual donations to the Ashley Barrett Fund are also encouraged to help pay for her medical and everyday expenses as she fights leukemia.
And what we're trying to do is just raise some money, transfer it over to the Ashley Barrett Fund, just to sort of help them out. She's fighting a battle and we want to help in any way possible.
So far, the players have raised almost $1,000. For more information on how to donate, visit our website ut10news.com.
I'm Colby Cratch, and this is your UT10 Sports. Over the weekend in Rocket Sports, the Battle of I-75 took over the Diamond as the Rockets faced the Bowling Green Falcons in a 3-game series, and the softball team was looking to sweep Buffalo at home. But first, we head over to Scott Park for the rivalry matchup against BG. After 2 back-to-back losses, the Rockets were looking to avoid the sweep on Sunday. Things were looking good for the Rockets as they get the easy out on the failed bunt to remain tied at 3. They continued the strong play in the field with this double play to get out of the 7th inning. But once again, the Falcons got the ball rolling, diving into second for this double. And the theme of errors continued into the 9th for the Rockets as the Falcons score on this wild pitch. The Rockets tried to get momentum with this single from Ryan Callahan in the bottom of the 9th, but he wouldn't make it home for the run. The Falcons would defeat the Rockets by a final of 6-3 to sweep the series. Coach Corey Mee says the team has some work ahead of them.
Obviously, it didn't go this weekend the way we had planned, but you know, we need to kind of get back to the things that we do well, you know, our strengths, and execute those.
The softball team hosted Buffalo Bulls for the seniors' last home game at Scott Park. The 5 seniors, Morgan Smith, Courtney McCarthy, Kristen Rosnowski, Lindsay Tobias, and Becky Hemberger were recognized before Sunday's game. The first pitch was sent flying out of the ballpark by Buffalo's Gerardo. This would be the only score for Buffalo. The Rockets would start on the base with a double by McCarthy, who had a solid performance on the game. They also proved they could do no wrong in the field with this amazing out at third base. Look at that throw. And continue with a solid defensive play with this diving catch by Rosnowski. And the Rockets take this one in the 9th inning with a final score of 2-1. Coach Tara Beister talks about the comeback win, and senior Morgan Smith shares her thoughts on her last home game.
The girls fight, and that's kind of their motto. I know every 7th inning and beyond in the huddle they say fight because they want to fight to the last out. It's good to see.
It's awesome. It's the best feeling in the world. Like, we walk off this field with a win. It's great.
At least the women were able to pull out a victory.
Yeah, the guys really dropped the ball in this one.
You can't win them all. Thanks, Kobe. That's it for UT10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And you can always watch our award-winning newscasts on YouTube and Facebook, where you can get caught up on all of your campus news whenever you want. For Heather Klatt, Colby Cratch, and all of our crew, I'm Stephanie Spencer. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.